Now, the cost of living in the country continues to rise, with the prices of basic food and non-food commodities hitting record highs, straining the pockets of ordinary people who are struggling to survive. Now, the increase has Kenyans calling on the government to intervene and ease their burdens. Brenda Wanga reports.
It's been 6 months since we first met Grace Omondi, a resident of Mukuru Kayeba near South C, Nairobi. In April of this year, life was hard for Grace, with the cost of living having hit an all-time high then. With 500 shillings, Grace was able to buy 2 kilograms of sugar, flour and rice and still get some change. Then she was struggling to eke a living to survive what she thought was an economic situation that was as bad as it could get. She was wrong. Mid-October, and the going has got even tougher. With the same amount of money, she can barely afford the same quantity of foodstuff. Currently, that 500 shillings can only get her flour, sugar, and a half a kilo of rice. Previously, food worth that amount would last her 5 days. Now, she is lucky if it gets her to day 3.
Sasa, hiyo 6 months. Ile kitu imefanyika katikati hapa wezi jua. Ni ngumu, dada yangu. Ni ngumu, sijui maisha imefika na watu wapi. Na watu wanateseka.
Veronica, a greengrocer here, agrees. She says the cost of buying the stock in her stall has nearly doubled.
Tofauti ni kubwa sana. Juu hapo kitambo kama hiyo mwezi wa 4 tulikuwa tunanunua kama hii sukuma tunauziwa kama 4-10, lakini kwa saa hii unapata ni unauziwa 3-10.
The tough economic times and the ever-rising inflation has cut across the board. For 5,000 shillings, a customer was able to purchase this set of goods from a supermarket in December last year. Now the same amount of goods will cost the same customer about 7,447 shillings. The increase in the price of commodities in the country has been steady, leaving the local mwananchi struggling to afford basic things like rent, food, clothing, and even life-saving medicine.
So people are opting for cheaper goods and cheaper drugs, especially kwa drugs like antibiotics. Mtu anakuja ati nisaidie hata ya siku moja, of which we don't prescribe antibiotics for a single day.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the cost of goods like maize, flour, beans, sugar and beef have risen by between 0.9% to 8.4%, while non-food items including petrol, electricity, transport fares have equally risen by between 0.7% and 25% in just 1 month. And as the cost of living continues to rise, Kenyans say they want the new government to address this challenge and fast.
Waomba tu tafadhali. Tafadhali tunaumia. Kama ni siku 100 hiyo mlisema, iwe ni hivi haki ya Mungu. Tuone hata vitu 2 peke yake ime reduce venye walitangaza unga na bei ya mafuta. Kwanza bei ya mafuta ndiyo chanzo.
Wananchi wana matarajio si haba, manake ahadi walizopewa na serikali ambayo imeingia hivi sasa ni ahadi nyingi sana. Kwa hiyo matarajio yao ni mengi.
Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.